Hey Supernatural fans and Mr. Kevin Zimmer. Here is Francis. It's been a long road to get here. The guys have done so much work to this car. It's unbelievable how much. I don't think they have fingertips anymore. This thing has been sanded down to baby butt smooth. It is, the effort that these guys put in is just totally unbelievable. So it has come into the paint booth. Now these cars go through different stages as it comes in. There is where it gets, the body's work's all done, it gets primed, then it has to get block sanded, and then it comes back in, it gets primed again, and then it goes back out and it gets block sanded again with a finer grit, and then it comes in, it has to be all completely wiped down, cleaned and everything, and it gets sprayed. Now, so it's went through all the block sanding and everything, and so the first coat, or what they did, is the door jambs and up here into the cowl section. So this is like all done. Now, what you're seeing here is the windshield's all taped off, the roof's all taped off, the doors, the engine, the big block's all covered up and everything. This whole car is taped up, and the reason it's taped up is because when they spray the jams and everything like that, they don't want overspray coming up over here and stuff. So it's kind of like a two-step process almost. So the car is in, like, there's the weapons box and stuff, it's all covered up, and this whole thing has been taped off. So the next thing that it's going to do is they'll pull all of this paper off, and then they're going to come in and they're going to spray the whole car. So the whole inside is completely masked off, the floors, everything. So getting ready again for the starting the painting process on the whole car. Now down here you'll see this is where your door sills are going to go. We'll get all new rubber weather stripping and seals up here on the doors. I mean, when this car rolls out, there's not anything, I mean, this thing is actually better than it was coming out of the factory. This thing's going to have a lot more horsepower. It's got a high suspension, or the high performance suspension from Hotchkiss. It's got the 12-bolt posi, 355 gears. The engine's probably going to be pumping around, if I had to guess, 420, 430 horse, somewhere in there. This thing is going to be bad. So next week what will happen is this thing will, and of course you're going to see another video when it gets sprayed. Then it's going to come out of the paint booth. It's going to get the package tray that has been ordered, and then I'll do the wood and the initials and everything in the back there while this back glass is out. I finally got, doing enough of these cars, going to do it with the back window out, so that way I can actually get my drill down in here and work a lot easier than with that glass, because then it doesn't give me much room. So once that's done, then it's going to come back out and we're going to finish out the box. So the box will all be put back in, and it'll get topped off with the hidden floor and everything. And then while I'm doing that, we'll also be putting the fenders on, the trim, all that good stuff. And we're also going to get the big block fired up. So you guys will get to see the big block fire up, and it's going to be really cool. So this is coming along really fast. And then on the Branson car that goes to the Celebrity Car Museum, that will be hopefully coming in here right after this one. I did find out today I ordered all the interior stuff for it, like the headliners and the cell panels and all that good stuff. And a lot of that stuff is on back order. I guess a lot of Supernatural cars are being built. And so that's just the way it goes. So really what we were hoping to get this one put together, get it down to the upholsterer shop, give them, the pieces, let them install the headliner and the carpet and all that good stuff. And unfortunately, we might have a little bit of delay there. hopefully it'll come in real soon, but we're just kind of, I always expect the worst. So, but also next week I'm going to be taking the tires and wheels for this car and down to get them out and balanced. So we'll have them ready to go. So once it gets back from the upholster shop, the next step and final step will really be to get the exhaust put on the car. Or we might do, you know what, since we're going to be waiting for the car, and if you hear all these loud noises, guys are out back there doing stuff to other cars and stuff. But one of the things we might do is once we get this thing fired up and everything, because we're waiting on some of those parts from the upholstery, or it's actually I order my upholstery stuff out of Classic Industries. What I'll probably do is just have this car and we'll get it down to the exhaust shop, and that way we can have the exhaust put on it. Then it'll go up to Kansas City, get the headliner put in, and but we'll also, in the meantime, what we're going to do is the dash and everything will be painted. The correct 67 Impala steering wheel, the AV2000 radio and speakers and amp and all that stuff. We're going to get all that installed. So really the upholsterer guy just has it for a day or so, and we'll be getting it back. And then I'll put it through the test drives and testing everything out to make sure everything is going to be functional and there's no problems. So I'm really looking forward to that part of the deal. And then once it's done, I get a hold of Mr. Kevin Zimmerman and say, your baby is done. And we'll get, you know, the arrangements to get it picked up or whatever and stuff. Now over here in the corner is the cowl sections, the bottom of the cowl sections, right there all painted. And so everything is kind of put stuff out of the way while they're doing this, but my guys are just doing kick-ass on this body and paint. And unfortunately, this is very time-consuming stuff. For those of you thinking about doing your Impalas and stuff, just so you know, this stuff is not done overnight. If it's done overnight, something's probably not being done right on it. So lots of love has went into this car, and every car out there. Anybody that has us a car, trust me, lots and lots of love goes into it, because I mean, really, we treat them like they're ours. We want these things to be badass. We want them to look beautiful, and you know, we can only do so much with a 50-year-old car, you know, especially when there's not a lot of parts out there. But we do everything in our power to make them last as long as humanly possible. And we know that these cars have had, some of them had a hard life to get to us. And we know once you guys get them, they're going to even be cared for more. They're going to be garage kept. They're not going to be driven in bad weather. You know, it's not like you're jumping in this car to go get your groceries and stuff like that. This is something that's it's a toy, and something you get to take out and show off in the summer and the fall and spring and stuff like that. And but it's, like I said, so much love goes into these cars. This is, everybody that works here is really, we're car guys. I mean, we eat, breathe, sleep, talk cars and trucks. You know, that's our forte. And there's just some people that do this for a living because it's a job, it's a paycheck, and that's not the way it is for us. So anyway, Kevin and all you fans out there, I hope you enjoy seeing the first stage of the paint on this car in all the places that never really get seen, the door jams and stuff like that, the stuff that nobody cares about. But I wanted to have this in your video library so you can see how it was done. And then we'll, next video will be baby painted all black. And when I say baby, I mean your car, Frances. They're all baby to me. So Frances will be getting her black dress put on. And then we'll be putting her new shoes on. And it's just, you know, it rolls all together. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this little video. And be talking to you on the next one when she's painted black. Talk to you later. Bye.